They're off. Along the inside, that's Shylene for the early lead. Fantaction came away second. On the outside, Lace Mantilla hustles up third. A 3-length gap finds French Tristina fourth. And off stride is Fantaction on the outside, gaining the early lead by a length now. That's Lace Mantilla. Trotting in second is Shylene. French Tristina's third. Racing in fourth, Royal Stride, the quarter, 29 and a tick. Passing the stands the first time, the leader, Lace Mantilla. Shylene is right there, second. Racing in third to the 3-ace marker. French Tristina on the move in fourth to the half-mile post. Goes Royal Stride, moving up to be fifth to the half-mile now. That's Prize Ribbons, and around the turn they go. The leader of length is Lace Mantilla, racing in second to the half-mile mark on the rail. Shylene on the outside, coming on third. That's French Tristina. The half was in 1 2/5. French Tristina on the outside is up to challenge and get a short lead. Racing in second position, Lace Mantilla. Shylene is third. Coming on fourth to the 3/4 mile mark now, that's Royal Strike. Love's Labor is fifth, gaining ground on the outside. Sixth is Prize Ribbons. 3/4, 1:30 3/5. On the front end, the leader by a length as they turn for home is Lace Mantilla. Shylene is out for the drive. It's Lace Mantilla showing the way. Racing in second is Shylene. On the outside, third through the lane comes Prize Ribbons. Now it's Shylene up to get that lead. Racing in second, Lace Mantilla. But it's Shylene, Lace Mantilla, and Love's Labor. Fields on the turn. They're off. Along the inside, that's Misty Cole for the early lead. Driving between horses for position goes Tweet Tweet. Ancient Rose hung out there third. Racing in fourth as they swing round the turn to the quarter goes Fox Valley Chablis with Rush Creek Snow fifth. They go over to the 1/4 mile pole on the front end. The leader, Misty Cole. Tweet Tweet RK racing a closer second. On the outside, coming on third now as they go to the 1/4 mile mark with the rush. That's Fox Valley Chablis, and Fox Valley Chablis moves up to challenge Misty Cole for the lead. Racing in third position, Tweet Tweet. In fourth to the half-mile, Ancient Rose. In fifth position, Rush Creek Snow. Racing in sixth round the turn, She'll Be Magnetic. Lofty and trailing the field, Grammy. They go over to the half-mile pole on the front end. The leader by a length and a half now is Misty Cole. Racing in second as they go to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Fox Valley Chablis. Down along the inside, third to the 3/4 goes Tweet Tweet RK. On the outside, moving up fourth, that's Rush Creek Snow. Into the 3/4 on the front end. The leader by a length and a half to the turn. Misty Cole hanging on the outside. Second round the turn goes Fox Valley Chablis. The 3/4 on the board, 1:31 1. They turn for home on the front end with a short lead. That's Misty Cole. Moving up on the outside, Rush Creek Snow. Misty Cole leads Rush Creek Snow, closing ground second. Tweet Tweet is third. It's Misty Cole, the leader. Closing ground, Rush Creek Snow. The leader is Misty Cole. Tweak Tweet is second, Rush Creek Snow third. They're off. That's Bring Home the Bacon along the inside for the early lead. Coming away second as they look for position goes Snooty Bloodlines. Racing in third, Margie Roberts. Fox Valley Gemini is fourth on the outside. She's My Bobo 2 is fifth. Along the rail, that's Get Me Well Jenny sixth. They go over to the quarter-mile pole on the front end, the leader by 2 lengths as they go by the quarter-mile is Bring Home the Bacon. Racing in second position, Snooty Bloodlines in third, Margie Roberts. Racing on the outside fourth comes Get Me Well Jenny. Moving up now, Illini Prize. They race over to the half-mile pole, the leader by a length. Bring Home the Bacon up on the outside now to be second as they go to the half mile. That's Margie Roberts along the rail, Snooty Bloodlines. They go off the half mile in 1-2. Over to the 3/4 they go. Bring Home the Bacon's had the best of it and still does a length. On the outside, the challenger second as they go to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Margie Roberts, and Margie Roberts now gets the lead. Bring Home the Bacon racing second in third as they go to the 3/4 mile pole on the rail. That's Snooty Bloodlines racing in fourth on the outside. Get Me Well Jenny, 3/4, 131 and 3. They turn for home, the leader a length and 3/4. Margie Roberts, Bring Home the Bacon is racing second. It's Margie Roberts, the leader, Bring Home the Bacon racing second. On the outside, third in the lane, comes Fox Valley Gemini. The leader, Margie Roberts. Fox Valley Gemini is second. Bring Home the Bacon third. Mile 2-2. They're off. Along the inside for the early lead goes Heather Minda. Grandmama Rose came away well. Getting off on the outside, Bourbon Street Katie. And Bourbon Street Katie hustles up on the outside to get the early lead, racing in second position on the rail. That's Heather Minda. Grandmama Rose is third. Racing in fourth as they head off the quarter-mile pole now comes Shayna's Song, the quarter, 28 seconds. On the front end, the leader is Bourbon Street Katie by 2 lengths. Racing in second to the 3/8 marker goes Heather Minda. Racing in third, Grandmama Rose. That's Shayna's Song first to pull fourth. Racing up to be fifth to the half-mile mark, Dreamy Girl, and Bourbon Street Katie keeps a 2-length lead. Racing up on the outside, Shayna's Song along the rail. Heather Minda, Grandmama Rose towards the inside, fourth. Coming on fifth to the 3/4 mile pole. That's Dreamy Girl, the half-mile, 59 and 4. Bourbon Street Katie keeps that lead, moving 3 wide on the backside with the rush now. Goes Here I Go Again. Into the 3/4, they're 3 across between horses. Shayna's Song gets the lead. Here I Go Again, challenging second. Bourbon Street Katie drops out of it third. Racing up to be fourth as they turn for home. That's Dreamy Girl, 3/4, 129 and 3. Shayna's Song leads by 3 lengths. Here I Go Again racing second. It's Shayna Song, the leader. Here I Go Again is second. Far outside, Miley Faye. The leader is Shayna Song. Here I Go Again is second. Close for third. They're off. On the outside for the early lead goes She'll Be Abby with Amy Jeannie between horses. Hurry Home Honey along the rail. And they race into the first turn. Amy Jeannie moves up on the outside to challenge. Down along the inside, though, with the lead as they go to the quarter-mile pole. That's Hurry Home Honey. Amy Jeannie is hung on the outside second. Racing in third after a quarter mile comes Wavy Ann, the quarter, 28 4/5. That's Amy Jeannie now getting the lead, racing up to be second. Goes She'll Be Abby in third to the 3/8 pole. Hurry Home Honey out of fourth. Goes Wavy Ann, racing on the outside fifth. That's Somewhere Out There. Into the half mile, Amy Jeannie maintains a length and a half lead, racing in second position. That's She'll Be Abby, the half mile, 58 2/5. It's Amy Jeannie holding firm 3/4 of a length, now challenging second. She'll Be Abby racing third as they go to the 3/4 mile pole on the outside. That's Wavy Ann. Ruby Two-Step is fourth, dropping back fifth as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. That's Hurry Home Honey. Into the 3/4, Amy Jeannie, 3/4 of a length, racing in second round the turn. That's She'll Be Abby in third position, Wavy Ann. They turn for home. The leader is Amy Jeannie on the outside. She'll Be Abby challenging second. Racing in third as they move through the stretch now comes Ruby Two-Step. The leader is She'll Be Abby. Closing ground is Ruby Two-Step on the outside. That's Ruby Two-Step getting up. She'll Be Abby second. Happy Wish third.
Nearing the start. There they go. Down along the rail, Duck to the Future away quickly for the lead. Between horses, that's Carlita. Midwest Mohawk drives out there. The far outside, Piccalilli drives for position. They race into the first turn. Duck to the Future on a short lead. Midwest Mohawk seeks position second. Carlita down along the inside third. Piccalilli parked fourth. Coming away fifth was Mary Bar Chrysalie. Voogie's Dream racing in sixth. Voogie's Dream went on a break. Approaching the opening quarter. Along the rail, Duck to the Future. Up on the outside, Midwest Mohawk. Their strides apart. Carlita racing in third. Piccalilli looks for a hole fourth. They went by the opening quarter 29-1. Your new leader to the 3/8 is Midwest Mohawk. Carlita up quickly now to challenge. Duck to the Future back to third. Piccalilli drops in fourth. Mary Bar Chrysalie racing in fifth. Russian Beauty now on the move to the half. Also coming on, She'll Be Kind and Gooseness Gracious. They go by the half 59-1. Carlita now opens up quickly by 4. Midwest Mohawk racing in second. Duck to the Future moves out nicely third. Russian Beauty comes on fourth. Piccalilli saves ground fifth. To the outside, She'll Be Kind. To the inside of her, that's Mary Bar Chrysalie. Gooseness Gracious at the end, Boogie's Dream. They drive into the 3/4. Tony Morgan, Carlita, they lead by 2. Duck to the Future gains ground second. Russian Beauty pacing in third. She'll Be Kind moves up fourth. Also coming on, Gooseness Gracious. 3/4, 129 and 3. They come to the corner, and Carlita keeps that 2-length lead. Duck to the Future tries to come on second. Russian Beauty swings out for the drive third. Coming on, She'll Be Kind. Further out, Gooseness Gracious. Final eighth of a mile, Carlita by 4. Russian Beauty under urging second. To the outside, Gooseness Gracious charging. It's Carlita in front. Late move, Gooseness Gracious. Carlita at the wire. Gooseness Gracious second. Close for third, Russian Beauty.
They're off. Off stride at the start was Idlewile's Tiffany driving out there to get the early lead as Silk Shadow. Also on the move into that first turn. Goes into it with Bob Ken's Dream and around the turn. Into it takes the lead, racing in second. Silk Shadow, Bob Ken's Dream is third, racing in fourth position. Buckhorn Society racing fifth. Never Dixie, Fox Valley Nikita sixth. They go off the quarter 28 and 4/5. On the front stretch, the leader by 2 open lengths as they go to the 3 aces. Into it, Bob Ken's Dream moves up to be second, racing in third. Silk Shadow in fourth on the outside. That's Never Dixie racing in fifth as they go to the half-mile marker on the inside. Comes Buckhorn Society, Fox Valley Nikita sixth. They go off the half-mile marker, 59 and 4/5. Bob Ken's Dream leads a length and a half. Hustling up to be second now, Never Dixie. Dropping back third. That's Into It. In fourth position comes Fox Valley Nikita. Into the 3/4, Bob Ken's Dream a length and a half. Racing second, Never Dixie towards the inside. Into It is third. On the outside, Fox Valley Nikita fourth, racing fifth. Silk Shadow, misbranded as sixth. They turn for home with Bob Ken's Dream, the leader. On the outside, rough gated now as they go through the stretch, was Never Same. It's Bob Ken's Dream, the leader. Closing ground, second, Fox Valley Nikita. Fox Valley Nikita gets the lead with Bob Ken's Dream second. Into It third. They're off. That's Thane Almahurst for the early lead. Rave Along came away well up on the outside with an early move into the turn. Top Up and into the turn they go. Rave Along leads. Top Up is second, racing in third. Thane Almahurst in fourth. Big Shot Bo Cruz to Victory is fifth. Racing in sixth, Bud Royal. They go over to the quarter-mile mark up on the outside for the early lead. Thane Almahurst in second. Rave Along the quarter, 28 and 2/5. The new leader is Thane Almahurst. Rave Along is second. Big Shot Bo's underway. Also underway now is Top Up. Into the half-mile, Thane Almahurst the leader. Top Up moves up on the outside along the rail. Rave Along in fourth. Big Shot Bo racing along the rail fifth after a half-mile. American Elgin on the outside sixth. That's Cruise to Victory in seventh. Awesome Prince. A wide gap finds Bud Royal and trailing the field. Valuable Item. Into the 3/4 they go. The leader is Thane Almahurst on the outside, racing in second. That's Top Up in third to the 3/4. Rave Along. They go off the 3/4 mile pole, 1:28 and a fifth. They turn for home. The leader by a length and 3/4 is Thane Almahurst. Rave along the inside second. On the outside, closing ground, that's Big Shot Bo with the rush. Big Shot Bo gets the lead. Closing ground is Cruise to Victory. It's Big Shot Bo, the leader, Cruise to Victory, and Awesome Prince. Big Shot Bo, Cruise to Victory, Awesome Prince. They're off. That's Richard Lomont on the outside with Indiana Miles. Escort Best came away third. Getting off fourth as they race into the first turn. St. Elmo Eagle and quickly up on the outside to challenge and get the lead. But now dropping in second is Richard Lomont. The leader is Indiana Miles. Richard Lomont second. Escort Best third. St. Elmo Eagle is fourth. Racing in fifth after a 1:28 and a fifth, Mighty Marvin in sixth position as they pass the stands the first time. That's Little Buddy Bob on the outside. Racing in seventh, call 911, trailing the field. That's Zaphod Beeblebrox. Into the half mile, the leader by a length and a half is Indiana Miles up on the outside. St. Elmo Eagle moving fast, and now St. Elmo Eagle gets the lead. Racing in second position to the 3/4 goes Indiana Miles on the outside third. That's Mighty Marvin racing in fourth position to the corner. Call 911. They go to the 3/4 on the front end. The leader, St. Elmo Eagle, on the outside under pressure. Mighty Marvin is second. Racing in third along the rail to the corner. That's Indiana Miles, 3/4, 1:27 and 4/5. They turn for home. Mighty Marvin moves up sharply on the outside now to get the lead. Racing in second position on the outside. That's Call 911. It's Call 911 on the outside, showing on top. Mighty Marvin racing second. But it's Call 911, Mighty Marvin, and Escort Best. They're off. That's Inexplicable on the outside, coming away between horses B.S. Clint, getting off along the rail, Bon John's Finest, and Inexplicable quickly up to get that lead, racing in second. Bon John's Finest, B.S. Clint is third, J.M. Mohawk fourth, racing in fifth, American Victory, J.T.'s Finnegan sixth. Ray Gay Skipper and Cruz and Chris make up the field as they go off the quarter, 28 and 3/5. Inexplicable leads by 4 lengths, racing in second. Bon John's Finest in third to the 3/8 pole. B.S. Clint racing in fourth position. J.M. Mohawk, no change, staying out there. Inexplicable by 4 lengths. Racing in second position to the half-mile mark. That's Bon John's Finest, the half and a flat minute. The leader is Inexplicable by 4. Bon John's Finest is second. Racing in third, B.S. Clint. On the outside, coming on fourth, J.M. Mohawk. Ray Gay Skipper moves up fifth. Final 3/8 of a mile, Inexplicable holding firm by 2. Bon John's Finest is second. On the outside, J.M. Mohawk third. Ray Gay Skipper fourth. They go off to 3/4, 1:31 and 1. The leader is Inexplicable by 3 lengths. Forced to go very wide was Ray Gay Skipper. It's Inexplicable, the leader. Bon John's Finest second. On the far outside, Ray Gay Skipper. Inexplicable leads. Ray Gay Skipper comes on now. That's Ray Gay Skipper getting the lead with Bon John's Finest and B.S. Clint. They're off. That's Deepwood's Lady out alertly along the inside. String Shadow came away second. Brett's Francesca and Be Foolish. And into that first turn they go. The early leader, Deepwood's Lady. Up on the outside, Be Foolish with an early move second. String Shadow third. Brett's Francesca fourth. All I Need Is a Miracle fifth. St. Armand sixth. They go off the quarter-mile post. 29 seconds flat. The new leader, Be Foolish, racing in second. Deepwood's Lady, she drives from second. And now Deepwood's Lady retakes the lead. Be Foolish is second. String Shadow is third. On the outside, coming on fourth. All I Need Is a Miracle. Brett's Francesca fifth. St. Armand is sixth. Moving up to be seventh. On the outside, Muriel's Gale. Racing eighth along the rail ashore. Tracy's Comet, the trailer, the half in a minute. Deepwood's Lady leads by 2. Racing second, Be Foolish. On the outside, All I Need Is a Miracle third. Hustling up to be fourth. St. Armand racing fifth to the 3/4. String Shadow. That's Deepwood's Lady holding firm by 2. On the outside now, second, All I Need Is a Miracle. Off the 3/4, 1:29 and a fifth. Deepwood's Lady opens up a 3-length lead, 3 deep on the bend. St. Armand, they're in the lane. Deepwood's Lady, the leader. St. Armand's coming on second, racing in third in the lane. That's Be Foolish. It's Deepwood's Lady leading. Racing in second, Be Foolish with St. Armand. But it's Deepwood's Lady, Be Foolish, and St. Armand.
Concessions may now close. Concessions may now close.